Algebra 1, Lesson 26, More Complicated Equations. Alright, so we're going to add an extra step onto our equations when we get complicated ones like this. And you'll see that in each of these equations we have multiple versions of the same unknown. We have 3 m's in this one, we've got 4 p's in this one, and 2 p's in this one. And we're going to be doing A, B, and D today. So the extra step we're going to add is before we even start solving our equation, we're going to simplify it or rewrite it by adding like terms. And we're going to do that separately on each side of the equation. So on the left side of the equation, we see if there's any like terms we can combine. And there are. We can combine 3 and negative 7. 3 plus negative 7 gives us negative 4m. Now on the right side of the equation, there are no like terms. There's nothing we can combine. So then we have 8m minus 6. Sorry, that looks like an equal sign. Minus 6. From here, the addition to the extra step is since we have multiple m's, we have to get all the m's on the same side. So we'll go ahead and move this m over here to the left side. Because if we do that, then the 6 will be all by itself. The m's will be all on the same side. We have to move the least number of pieces that way. So to move 8m, since it's a positive number, we do the opposite action of subtraction. So we subtract 8m from each side. From here, these cancel. And then negative 4 plus negative 8 gives us negative 12m, like terms. And then negative 6 is all that's left on this side. The last step, we just divide by the coefficient of negative 12. The negatives cancel, the 12s cancel. Then we get m equals negative 6 divided by negative 12. The negatives cancel, and then 6 over 12 can reduce to 1/2. So m is equal to 1/2. Again, B, same thing. We're going to cut the equation in half and then combine like terms on each side and then try to get all the p's by themselves. So on the left side of the equation, there are no like terms. That's going to stay the same. On the right side, though, we have a whole number of negative 7, a whole number of negative 3, and then we have a positive 9p, positive 8p, positive 2p. So we'll start with all the p's. 9 plus 8 would give us 17, plus 2 gives us 19p. So on this side of the equation, we have 19p, and then negative 7 plus negative 3 gives us negative 10. 19p minus 10 on this side. And then 5 minus 6p on this side. From here, we have to move 2 numbers. So if I move 19p over here, then I'm going to have to move the 5. If I move 6p over here, then I'm going to have to move the 10. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move them both at the same time. So I'm going to draw an addition line. And since this p is negative, if I move it over there, it can become positive. So I'm going to move p over here, and then I'm going to move 10 over here. So I'll start by moving p. The opposite of negative is positive 6p. So I add 6p to each side. And then I'm going to move to negative 10. I add 10 to each side. From here, I just add each column, like an addition problem of adding like terms. Excuse me. And then what I get on the bottom will be my new equation. So here, 5 plus 10 gives me 15. Negative 6 and positive 6 cancel. Excuse me. 19 plus 6 gives me 25p. And then the negative 10 and the positive 10 cancel. So I have 15 equals 25p. From here, I divide each side by 25. 15 over 25 will reduce to 3 over 5 if we reduce by 5. So then p equals 3 over 5. All right, now the last one, D. We're dealing with a similar thing, except in our simplification we've got some extra parentheses and negatives. But it's still going to solve the same way. So we draw our line, and we want to simplify our equation by trying to add like terms if we can. Over here we have a whole number 7 and a whole number negative 3. We know that these two negatives will cancel and make this a positive 3. So adding like terms on this side would be 7 plus 3 would give us 10. And then 3p is all alone. So we have 3p plus 10 on this side. On this side there's no like terms we can add, but we can rewrite it as p minus 2 to make it a little bit easier for us. From here I'm going to move, I'll move this p and then I'll move this 10. So I'll draw my line. I want to move the p, so I'll put minus p on each side. And then I want to move the 10, so I put minus 10 on each side. From here, 3p minus 1p gives me 2p. the 10s cancel, p minus p cancels, and then negative 2 plus negative 10 gives me negative 12. Now I just divide each side by 2, and then this will reduce to negative 6 over 1, or just negative 6. So p equals negative 6. And we're done.